can't really let you wear sandals.
I mean, there is a couple chapters in these books that
are not appropriate. But I'll tell you right now, though, one book actually gives me the creeps. I'll tell you about that. So it is a book that did come out. I think starts to give me the creeps. But, yeah, let's start with the books and start with some other stuff. The only books I have so far are Beastars. Book 13. And you have all the books, okay? One book, this is something that actually happened. So far, Season 2. In Season 1, they talk about sex and kind of try to show it. Season 2, they show blood. Kitty's arm, that ear gets ripped off. I mean, listen, we'll talk more about Beastars books later, but Kitty gets his arm ripped off, okay, is, so we see that one jerk, Pina, who acts like an idiot. And then we find out that Grizz is the killer. But you kind of find out Grizz is the killer towards the end of Season 1. When Lady She sees he's smiling, we see a thing of pills. And then in Season 2, towards the end of the series, you find out those pills are supposed to suppress your muscles. If it doesn't, it makes your muscles bigger. But that's only for bears, no one else. And I'm trying to figure, and that makes perfect sense, but Liz, personally, according to what that medicine does, they say that according to what Liz says, the only thing to stop it from hurting is honey. Which is kind of a good idea, though. Come on, bears love honey. According to what I read, some bears that get honey. Honey is like hard to come by for something. Here in Michigan, where I live, we do have bears, but not that many around this part of the state. You see bears in upstate towards Traverse City. I mean, you can see tons of bears between Big Rapids, Ionia, and all up to Traverse City. There's actually signs that bear crossings for the next 5 miles. And that's bad for upstate Michigan because from Big Rapids all the way up to Mackinac Island, they jacked the speed up on US 131 from 70 to 75. And these are 2-lane highways here, okay, guys? And I'm just telling you right now, it's just got scary, though, sometimes this happens. I don't know what we're actually talking about, but, thing is, though, me personally, I don't really, me personally, you got Zootopia, you got an adult version of Beastars, and actually, I started working on my own series, too. Started working on it, then the last minute decided to can the project. But I still have the paperwork of the product still existing at the time. I came in my own version of Beastars back in late 2018, 2019. Just before I got into Beastars, I started working on something, but I never actually finished it. I started working on it, but never finished it. But I kind of regret not finishing it. Yeah. I mean, I had one character made, and that was about it. It was more of a sports thing anyway, so it didn't work out as planned. But it kind of worked, kind of didn't work at the time I made the story. But at the time I made it, it was a good idea. I never finished it because I never actually even got past the process stage. So it started. At the last minute I couldn't work on it because I just thought this was too hard to work on. So I stopped working on it completely. But I think it would have been a good idea to finish it. I mean, if I had the money or the technology, I would have turned it into a cartoon. Get the characters made up, then maybe turn it into a cartoon. If I could actually do what Busy Pop does, with Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss, I would love to make a cartoon. I mean, she did Zoophobia, and when I saw Zoophobia, I thought, okay, you know what? I'll try doing this still. But I still couldn't finish. I mean, I had one character I worked on called Armin, okay? Armadillo. Then somehow Armin got turned into my OC character for my version of my OC character for Hell. And according to the way the book was going to go, my Hellhound, Armin, was just going to be a Hellhound. Thing is, though, if it was for Luna from episode 3 of Hell of a Boss, this wouldn't work out. Now, if a Hellhound turned into a human, couldn't a Hellhound turn into an imp for a short time? That's the question. the thing I was thinking about, no, I wasn't smoking nothing. The thing I was thinking about, my character would have a good, I was watching some stuff on a website called about stuff, and I was thinking, if Luna could turn into human, and stuff, I was thinking, well, if I'm a hellhound that can turn into a human, I was thinking, okay, well, I'm a male hellhound, but I was thinking, well, whenever I take a shower or do some other things like bathroom stuff, I turn human to do it, so I have less of stuff to clean up. You know, take a shower, turn human, take a shower, get clean, so I don't have to worry about all that hair clog up my drain, right? Or some other things because I have to clean up. But I'm thinking though, according to what it sounds like, imps are low, and hellhounds are just lower than imps. So theoretically speaking, if I go shopping, I become an imp. If I $2 in the market, I convert into an imp. Get my groceries, go back home, convert back to a hellhound. After I go home, get close to my house, convert back to a hellhound. Go to my house, get everything put away. Watch TV, do what a normal person does, like a normal human does. Get ready to take a shower or do anything else I usually do. Turn into a human, take a shower or do some other things I like doing. Get changed before I go to bed, turn back into back to my form. But I'm thinking that would work though, wouldn't it? Thing is though, I was thinking if I had, well, I actually could do that, couldn't I? I do got Sims. I'm so stupid. I could play Sims right now and design my little bitty house in Sims and put it online. But I don't know yet. I'm still thinking around how I do that, though. I'm still trying to figure out how to make my character look. But technically, if I do the house, I don't have to do the character like the house, do I? The thing is, though, I really don't know. But Armin was going to be in Beastars, or it was going to be in Hell the Boss Has Been Hotel. I decided to put Armin in Hell the Boss Has Been Hotel because it'd be easier. Now, I had a friend of mine draw up my OC character close enough to what I wanted, but not exactly what I wanted, but close enough. I'm still working on the character, but I do know, but if I could actually make my character real or do my own animation, I would be doing it right now. The thing is, though, my character has something in common with Angelus' brother Arachnus. We both like movies, and once in a while we hang out. Now, I had an idea, well, I actually did a video where I call Sir Pentious and say, is it true that Anthony's not has been eating? And I get to go over there, hold it down, shove food down his throat, because he hasn't eaten in like 3 days. I have to shove food down his throat with a funnel, so he doesn't kill himself. But that's Alex Gear, that's a totally different subject. But according to what my book says, I'm friends with the whole IMP crew, also friends with Arachnus, Sir Pentious, and sort of friends with Anthony, or proper term Angel Dust. But it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on that off and on. I'm having problems with my likes. That's the problem I'm having the most problems with right now is the likes. But yeah, I'm still working on stuff, so I don't really know how that's going to work out. But yeah, it's a work in progress. Such a work in progress that I don't even know how I'm going to work on it anymore. But, if you're trying to do what I'm doing, you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to move some stuff around and stuff. But, it's a work in progress. You're trying to get stuff around. If I knew how to do animation, just a little bit of animation, I'd have do some animation right now. If I knew how to edit or how to string videos together, I'd do that. But I don't know how to string videos together. Heck, I'm even trying to think about I'm already starting to become over to join the furry crew. Yes, I said that the furry crew, I made a video a while back saying I support furries. I still do, but it depends what kind of furry. If it's the light stuff where it's all clean and stuff, yes, I support that. I support Odin Wolf. I support a rabbit friend who has those Dockies
which, no offense, I kind of like the Dockies. Yes, I'm not gay. I'm not straight. I'm actually okay. I'm actually going to come out with this right now on tape and actually say it. I've been lying to people for so long, but since I seen Hello Boss and see what Moxie was, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to be Moxie. I'm going to be the same thing he is. I'm going to become bisexual. Yes, I said it, bisexual. Yes, this tape is 100% legit. The thing is, though, also, a person on the E site I go on to also drew a picture of Moxie and actually shows Blitz that he's full of it. And I'll tell you this right now, Moxie and me have pretty much the same size. Blitz has 10, but the thing that scared me, though, is Stolas. How can Blitzo take something that's almost two feet long? Come on, 18 inches? Damn, Stolas, what do you take? Seriously, what is Stolas taking to have something that long? Come on. 18 inches? Come on, Moxie got about my... actually, no, I think Moxie's is bigger than mine. I haven't did it in like 3 or 4 years. The last time I did it, Moxie's would be bigger than mine, I think, actually. Blitzo, almost half the size of Blitz's is almost half the size of Striker. I mean, half the size of Stolas is, but still. But if you ever knew that every white spot Imp is supposed to have is a injury, and if you see episode 5 of Hell of a Boss, you know that Blitz must have screwed his hands up pretty bad over the years. But I mean, we're talking about random stuff, and yes, this will be on YouTube eventually. I mean, seriously, I don't know what I've been thinking about doing the past few years of my life, but if it was planned, I will be in college by a certain date. We're getting closer and closer to our goal of 15,000 videos. In a little bit, I might turn this off and play some city game to finish up Operation Sodor or so. I don't think I need any factories. I just think I need a one thing, and that's it, and it's city and everything else. But yeah, guys, every time I'm doing this, I get a little bit better and better each time, but every day I get a little crazier. Every day I don't know what I'm doing. Every day I'm an idiot. Couldn't help myself. And right now, guys, we are using a new microphone I got for like $5 at Five Below. Not a sponsor. But yeah, guys, BeatStars is getting better so far. But now, according to what we know is, from book, now we're up to like book 12, the first chapter, is where we are from season 2. The thing is, though, what I really want to know is, are we going to see Legacy's grandfather in season 3 of BeatStars? That's the biggest question I have. Come on, I mean, if you're like me, you're thinking, is Legacy's grandfather going to be in the series? Come on, in the book, we already supposed to see his silhouette or something, or his hand in one of the books already. Because in one of the books, a while back, he talks to his grandfather. Come on, where's the... why didn't we see his hand or anything? Or hear his voice? I'm curious, what does his grandfather's voice sound like? Eventually they're going to have to show him, because we know what happens to Legacy's grandmother. If you watch Congo Miracle, you know what I'm talking about here. Thing is, though, I don't have the digital copy of the books. I get paper copies of them and read them online for you people to listen to or read. Now, I'm just telling you right now, the last book I read, book 13, was a little wacky. Volume 13 was a little wacky. Because, now, this is something I cannot believe I'm actually going to say this. Legacy works at a restaurant, okay? He does deliveries, and he had to send food to a fish. What? send food to a fish. I'm not kidding. There's a seal, okay, that lives in the same building Legacy lives in. His seal is a translator, okay, a translator to fish to English, fish to human speak, and human fish to human. He's a translator, which you know how we translators speak different languages for us. This translator speaks actual words we speak to fish, and then fish to other words. He lives in the same room that he lives in the same part building that Legacy lives in. The thing is, though, when they get back to his apartment to hang out, he says, he's uncomfortable, he takes off his clothes. Because seals are not used to wearing clothes. See, this seal chooses to be on land, like us. The thing is, though, Legacy took off his shirt, but he didn't take nothing else off. Until, I don't want to say what, but you need to read, if you read volume 13, there is some nudity in there, but no cock. Like I said, there's no cock. The cock is filled with bubbles, with speech bubbles, so don't worry about that. Also, I'd like to say thanks to, I'm just saying random stuff, guys, but Odin Wolf, okay, this is pretty cool what Odin Wolf did. He showed his rabbit friend showed us some thing called dockies, and they're covered up. I mean, the jawbreakers aren't covered up, but the eggplant part is covered up. And he gave me the key to a question I always wanted to know about a character. There's a character I read in a book that's called Sea Salt, which I did not know that, and I always wanted to know what his name was. But when I punch Sea Salt and now into the website, that comic I read pops right up. And it's surprising, guys. I'm not kidding. It's really surprising. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to put this video online or not. But if I do, I'm going to be crazy. Super crazy. If I put this tape online, I might delete the whole tape. Seriously, though, if I put this tape online, I'm going to have a lot of people pissed at me. But you know what, though? It's audio, so I shouldn't have too much problem, right? Yeah, right. Like, that would really work. That would work, too. But I've been thinking, guys, but you know, it did not hurt. I've been thinking about, talking about stuff for years now. Can't believe I'm actually doing it. This is going to be called random stuff. I know, I'm kind of a nut. I mean, I know people like watching my videos, but I used to record videos all the time before I even had YouTube. I used to make music all the time, record tapes and stuff on new music, or how I talked and stuff. I don't know, I think this is because there's a podcast, I'm not really sure. But each time I decided to do something like this, I was nervous doing it or something. And I'm thinking, well, if I do recordings of voicing and then put on tape, I can be anything I want to do. I can actually do something right now you won't be able to know by the way I sound. But I kind of wanted to do something like this for a while now. I mean, I found out what I've been doing for years is technically podcasting, but analog. But the thing is, though, I kind of like the way this looks, how people see the tape moving and I'm talking on a microphone or a system like this, but they don't know when it was recorded. That's the best part about this. I used to do this all the time, guys. I used to do talking, I used to record books when I was younger. Started recording books in 5th grade on the tape. The thing about this is I like doing this because I can talk to myself or make videos months in advance like I already have been doing. I made a video recently about the president, how he's stupid. That was made a couple days from this recording. But let's go back to Beastars. Beastars is remarkable, okay? Beastars is good. I mean, come on, Beastars is pretty good. It's based in the modern era, and it's based on real life, technically. I mean, the only thing it's not based on is the shit happening right now in the world. I mean, I already know some stuff that is going to happen. Like, one, I know a certain person will not become president, And whoever does become president will not be. I'm just telling you right now. If he tries to become president again, he's not going to be becoming president. He was a jerk and an idiot. But I was watching. But the other day I was watching Married to Children, and the episode was Marcy says this is the year for the woman. Well, actually, Marcy was right. 2020 presidential election is the year of the woman. Almost every single person that Joe Biden picked was a woman. I'm not kidding. The vice president's a woman. This is the year of the woman. I'm not kidding. This actually is the year of the woman. Vice president of New York will be the new. The vice governor of New York is a woman. She'll be the first woman governor of New York State. Now that's kind of cool. I mean, gotta think here though. Chicago's mayor is a woman. I mean, lately it's like this year is. Besides the corona and besides the more coronaviruses we're getting and stuff, by the way, I'm vaccinated. But tell you though, this presidential election is the year of the woman. I mean, Joe Biden, I think, copied Married with Children because this is back in the 1990s. In the 1990s, so this the late 80s, early to the early 90s. They said this is from the late 80s to the mid 90s. One episode of Married with Children where Jefferson was around, she said this is the year of the woman. Okay, so this is surprising. She is right though. Marcy was right, but she was off by a few years. Like Back to the Future, they said the Cubs won the World Series in 2015. Well, guess what? They won the World Series, but not in 2015. They won the World Series in 2016. But they're only off by a year, which is not bad. But like I said, guys, what I've been doing is looking into stuff, doing some videos. Also, I got some videos I've been wanting to work on for a while now. I might make audio tapes of those I might just do audio of those videos, that's it, and put them online. But, yeah. That's all I can say right now, this recording. Most likely after this